we go. Hello, everybody. This is Danny and Wanda from Deep South Homestead. It's been a hot one today, guys. Well, no, it's been hot every day. It hadn't been just today.
All week.
All week long. Well, actually, this has been, what, like 3 weeks of this now?
But this week has been the worst.
I think this week has been the worst.
We've been able to handle it so far, but this week the heat has just ramped it up. And from what I've seen on Facebook, lots of people are saying it's ramped up with them too.
Yeah.
They've had a lot. Things are just kind of crazy.
It's pretty crazy out there. I know that. I don't know how much longer this is going to last. Hello, Florida homesteader. Good evening. I just don't know. You know, I mean.
Probably all summer, because we just started summer. You know.
I mean, we're 2 days into summer, and you know, to be like it is, it's just I don't know. It's not even July or August yet, and that's what's scaring me.
We only got a few days till July.
I know, but
Deborah and Dolly and Arizona and Papa Truck and Kubota
Acres.
Yes.
Yeah.
How hot are y'all?
Yeah, I mean, how hot are you guys? Because I'm telling you what, it's as hot as Hades here. It is bad. Two family.
Ta-da! No, you have to do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Y'all are knowing we're going to do the ta-da thing.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of people. Gemini, Eileen, Bonnie.
Another heat wave this weekend. The heat
Lou.
felt like temperatures is going to be close to 112, Florida homesteader said.
Country Homestead Preacher, Mountain Creek, Diana.
Suze from Colorado
Rick,
says it's soggy and wet.
S. Federley.
Hit 75 today. Oh, wow. 75 would be a major cold front for us.
Y'all want to see in a few minutes just how hot it gets in Mississippi?
Two family, we would welcome some of your rain right now. We are begging for rain here.
We did get rain, what, a couple of days ago?
Yeah, but it was not.
It was a couple of inches.
We got almost 2 inches. We got 1 inch and 7/8.
Yeah.
But it was gone.
It didn't take it long to absorb up. Hey guys, to see and Willa and Mary Beth and
Sue says they're getting
Sierra.
snow in their mountains.
Yeah, the potatoes that I planted last fall finally came up last week. Whoa, that's crazy.
They say it's hot in Louisiana too. I mean, very hot. Well, guys, Adeline says it's 65 here in Nova Scotia today. Perfect weather. Idaho had snow a couple of days ago after 90-degree temperatures. Wow.
Rain every day in Middle Tennessee. Whoa. Okay, so this was Friday, and this was not the hottest Friday.
This is not the hottest day. Look at this, guys.
It was the hottest day. We just didn't screenshot it.
We didn't, yeah.
This is 94, which is not bad.
94, but it feels like 121 degrees.
And if you guys see the 97 above it, an hour or two before, it was 97 with...
It was, yeah, before when it was on 97, it said it felt like 125. And I told Wanda, I said, man, I should have screenshot this. And she said, well, let's screenshot it now. And when I put it back up, it had dropped to 94 a few hours later, and it was still 121 degrees.
So Friday, it got up to, feels like temperature, 125. That is just about unheard of here.
We have, all of my life, I've never seen the heat index get to 125.
Now, it gets pretty hot. But now today, we started early this morning.
Yeah,
this was before 7 o'clock, and Danny put his watch up.
I put my, yeah.
No, we're not lying.
Just so y'all know I'm not lying. This was this morning at 6:59. It was 82 degrees with a heat index of 93 degrees before 7 o'clock this morning.
Yes, and the humidity, for all of y'all that do not believe us when we say the humidity is at 98%.
Yeah, our humidity is at 98%. The dew point was at 81%.
Yes, so 98% humidity, guys. I keep saying that, and people call us liars.
Yeah.
It was there this morning. Then around lunch, we screenshot again.
Yeah, this was at lunch today. It was, you know, it was 91 degrees, which I was out working in it all the way up until lunch. It's the heat index was 112, and I finally had to come in. I just couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, so this was at lunch, and the humidity had actually dropped at lunch to 72%.
The wind started blowing some, which made it bearable.
Yes. So we managed to get a little bit of breeze. Then mid-afternoon, Danny screenshotted at 3:49.
10 minutes till 4 o'clock this evening, it was still a heat index of 119.
Yeah, 119 at 4 o'clock. Then the humidity, oh no, I didn't screenshot the humidity around that.
Now this is at 7 o'clock this evening. We went back and redone it at 7.
Wait, no, I got to go back. Let me
Where you skipped one.
No, it was before 5 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, this is before 5 o'clock here. Well, it's actually a little after 5 o'clock. 5:09.
It was still 118.
It was still 118 degree heat index.
Yeah. They're saying it's about time to start
planning for fall. I don't know. It's the second day of summer.
Yeah, we're just now getting into summer. So I took a few shots of me and Danny throughout the day because we went over to the cabin at 7.
We started at 7 o'clock this morning.
And at 11, I came back home. He came back at 11:30. So this is me at 7 o'clock. I had just fed the animals. If you can see, I'm just glistening with humidity and sweat, I guess. Yeah. I mean, it was just dripping off my forehead. My head was wet. This is at 7 o'clock in the morning. Then
I was working on the cabin, putting down flooring, but Wanda took another shot of her at mid-morning.
I was sitting on the porch, and there was a touch of a breeze would blow occasionally, but I was still dripping wet. The humidity level had dropped a touch, so it wasn't as bad at the cabin mid-morning. This was probably 9-something. And then this was Danny around 9-something.
This was me at 9 o'clock this morning. I was almost whipped. I'm telling you, at 9 o'clock, the heat had just about got me. We're in Mississippi. I saw somebody ask the question of what state do we live in.
And somebody's asking how are the animals handling it. We ended up getting rid of the goats. So we don't have the goats right now because we knew we were going into a situation where it was going to be very difficult to keep up all these animals. The pigs, both in the back and the front, have their own wet areas because we have, what is it called?
Hollers?
Hollers.
They're just swamp bottoms. I mean,
it stays wet, so the pigs both have some place to wallow. Then the cows have their own little branch and their coolness, so the cows are handling it. The chickens we moved yesterday and seem to be handling everything today. The turkeys are doing okay, and Hank seems to be carrying on as usual. So the animals are doing great right now.
Yeah.
And we check them quite often.
We check everything.
Actually, at 9 o'clock this morning, Danny looked like he was having a wet T-shirt contest. You see how wet the seams and under the galluses were? He was just wet as all get out. And then, y'all want to know what Danny does around 1 o'clock?
She had to take this one, and I was unaware of this one. So I'm just going to tell you, in my defense, I was unaware.
He had no clue till 5 minutes ago.
5 minutes ago, I was looking through the pictures, and I said, "What is this?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm showing that."
See, Frank says,
yeah.
So this was what he was doing half the afternoon.
Yeah, from about 1 o'clock till about
See,
5.
Frank says, "I knew it."
I knew it. Yeah. Oh man.
So when Danny was sleeping, the air conditioner was going on big time, and it was around, like I showed you a while ago, around 2-something. It was right at 119 feels like temperature, or the heat index. So our temperatures were only in the 90s. It wasn't that it was that bad, but the feels like is what
the heat index is what's getting us. Of course, now guys, this is what the grand solar minimum is all about. It's not about how cold it is all the time. It's about weather extremities. I was looking at NASA's new reports this past week, and NASA is freaking out. And when NASA starts freaking out, you know something's serious. They're talking about the weather is going to be worse than they anticipated. They said the heat is going to be worse than they anticipated, and then when it turns cold, the cold is going to be worse than they anticipated. So, you know, it's already proven to start working. I mean, this is second day of summer. We hadn't even made it to July and August yet.
No,
I'm freaking out about what July and August is going to bring.
Yeah, we're really. I know a couple of years ago, Danny and I did not go outside after 7 o'clock in the morning, and we did not go out till we would go out before 7, feed the animals, be back in. We did not go outside at all 2 years ago in the summer until, 9 o'clock at night?
Yeah, sometimes we could. Well, we're going to have to go back out at 9 o'clock tonight after we get off from here.
And so it would be so hot that year that at 9 o'clock we'd go out and feed animals. You just could not walk out there at 5 or 6 and try to feed animals. You could not breathe. It was hot. So this is not unusual. It's just unusual for now. This is August weather.
Oh, Firefly Moonfly said, it is so hot that her chickens are using pot holders to pick up worms.
I can imagine.
I'm fixing to do a video about how hot it is with eggs. Honestly, I've come to that point. I believe I can cook an egg outside from the sun. I believe I can.
Guys, Donna's saying something about ground beef is on sale right now. Our local Piggly Wiggly had some on sale too, but Danny and I are getting meat this week. We were going to get a cow, and when our neighbor kind of didn't want the other half, we decided we didn't have room for a whole cow. So we are bartering with our friend at the slaughterhouse again, talking with her. We're going to be getting some more meat this year from her because that worked out really well.
John Hendrickson says the major Greenstalk member report to be out in 2 to 3 weeks is going to be severe. Yeah, I've been waiting on that, John. I'm kind of staying up with NASA right now because they're the only ones I can really watch. NASA is putting out these new statistics daily, and when you see NASA getting freaked out, then it's time that people are starting to wake up, and I do believe that the mainstream media is still not covering it. I saw a report this past week where President Trump actually signed an executive order to ramp up GMO products, and I was sad about that. Now, really, I was. Yeah, she's eating her brownies that she made. I've been watching them. Plant soybeans with airplanes because it's too wet to get in the fields right now. They're planting the soybeans with airplanes. On the website, Dixie Living Homestead.
What website?
She's asking about NASA.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, guys, I have to admit, I'm not one to panic, but I am extremely concerned about what I'm seeing. I'm not going to panic about it, but I do believe that the hour has come for us to be concerned. John said food prices are already up 17% over a year ago. Yes, I do agree. We went to the feed store the other day, and the people in the feed store told us from 2 weeks ago till today, feed went up $1 a bag. So, I mean, it doesn't sound like much, but if you buy 100 bags, that's an extra $100, and they have to raise the price up for their customers. And when you do that, then the customers look at them and go, "What's up with the feed prices?" You know, but it's the corn.
It's going up.
Yeah.
And guys, I made my homemade brownie recipe today, and that's what I'm eating because I know he was going to talk for a while, so I figured I could finish my dessert. There's a video coming up on Crazy Days, one day this week, on homemade brownies. And this stuff is so good.
Yeah, J. Joe, that's what I'm talking about. They're gunshotting seeds gently into the soil so that they'll sprout and come up because the soil's still damp and wet. Yeah, yes, Fairley, that's the point I'm trying to make. This is just 2019. They're saying from this point on, this is our good year. as a matter of fact, NASA made the comment, this is our last good year. Now, if this is our last good year,
this one's not good
this
at all.
ain't good at all. It's just crazy. How do I feel about the situation with Iran? Sarah said. Sarah, I do believe that there's portions of that are biblical. I was with the president on his decision not to do what he did when he did it because I think it was more of a provoking situation. Could have been a terrorist thing just to provoke us to go to war with Iran.
I gotta answer my questions.
Okay, but I do believe at some point, I'm just going to be honest, at some point we probably are going to go to war with them.
Okay, no, there were no pecans in that brownie because I saved pecans for his cookies. I could have put walnuts because in my 50-cent haul that I got at Piggly Wiggly a while back, I got walnuts, but I did not put any of those in. I just made plain. And it is the fudge brownies. This is a homemade recipe, and they make up like the gooey, ooey fudge brownies. They're not the cake type. It is delicious.
Jennifer said Donnie asked her what she wanted for her 25th anniversary, and she said the money to add to their food supply. Now that, my friends, is that's a dedicated female. I'm gonna tell you that right there. Yeah, that's a good one. The cost of the veggies
went up 30%. Gemini said.
Yes. And guys, this is just the beginning. I have tried to say this on YouTube for the last 3 years.
All right. Yes. We hit 10,000. Two families showed us.
Well,
not 10
million
views.
10 million views.
And that also, I told them to be watching. So I was wanting to surprise you because I put it up on Facebook earlier today.
Yeah.
We like 3,000 or 4,000.
Okay.
And so I put it on Facebook and told everybody to make it happen during this show that we went over 10 million during the show. Isn't that awesome? And they did it.
That's awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank y'all for pushing us over 10 million. You know what?
That was so awesome. Thank you, guys.
Can I give something away? Or
you asked him permission?
Well, I don't know.
You can. If you
But
want
how
to.
am I going to do it?
Okay. Let's see.
How should I give? I want to give something away. I'm springing this one on Wanda here.
I didn't know this was coming, y'all.
Okay.
He don't give stuff away.
I don't usually just do this, but 10 million, that's a lot.
We were surprised at the first 100 views we got.
Yes.
And then when we finally hit 1 million, I'm going, I cannot even believe this. This is crazy. And when I looked last week, I told Danny, I said, it's not going to be long. We're going to hit 10 million. I did not think it would give away my brownies. Nope.
It's too late. She's done half of them. They're almost gone.
I could give away the recipe.
Oh, you could.
Well, I am on Crazy Days next week. I'm giving away the recipe next week. Just saying. What do you want to give away? I'll be thinking of something. Something.
I don't know. We have so much stuff in this room here it's a studio room, but it's packed full of stuff. And it's just like I told her, I said, I gotta just start getting rid of some of this stuff. That I have lots of stuff. Don't get me wrong.
He's getting rid of my stuff now. What do you want to give away?
Let me look over here just a minute. Fumble around.
He's looking on my stuff because this has turned into my office all of a sudden.
This is Wanda's new office because we're rearranging our household here.
And we're redoing a whole lot of stuff and we're getting rid of stuff.
I'm going through some stuff over here.
We ain't getting rid of this nice sign. You see this sign right
No, they can't get rid of it. It's got our name on it. But
I'm going to put it on the other wall.
I'm thinking about this right here. What do you think?
That works. Everybody's been asking about this. And y'all.
Okay, I'm going to show y'all what this is I'm going to just do this. Okay?
I was going to do a package of seeds. That was my thought. But he's going a little beyond that.
No. We're not doing it. A package of seeds is great.
I may add seeds to this. Can I give Hank away? Somebody said no dogs allowed. I can give Hank away.
I would give Hank away right now. But
anybody want Hank? He's getting to be an annoying little dog. He don't want to eat.
Okay. Here we go. I'm going to tell you what I'm going. This is an executive decision at a spring of the moment.
The log bed ain't happening.
No, we ain't getting rid of the log bed. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ta-da! I gotta get this up right here. You see this right here?
I think they'll like that.
What about this here, guys? I gotta hold it level.
Broussard says, send Danny to him.
That's funny. I have like tons of different books, and there's no need of me having multiples of anything.
Two Family says, oh, I'd love that. Stringfield said yes.
Okay, this
Donna
is what
awesome.
I'm willing to give away. Now we got to figure out who gets it and how we're going to do it.
Okay, let me think.
Can you come up with a way to? Because I'm just 10 million. I'm like, y'all sprung this one on me. I didn't realize we were that high.
You knew we were getting close.
I knew we were 9 million and something, but I didn't know we were that close to 10 million.
Let me read something right quick while you're thinking of something. But I was looking at this because I was looking at this the other day.
I gotta have a drink of water on that one.
And I want y'all to know, it's talking about getting started. This is a vegetable gardener's week by week planner. So this is probably one of the best planners I've seen. But y'all know when Danny's talking about planting gardens and stuff, he's told you small is good. Do not overdo the first time you plant. Keep it where you can handle it, things like that. One of the next tips, grow what you eat.
Cane Creek says you're trading his wife for the book. Okay, okay.
Does she work? Does she
work? Can she Can she cook? You know.
Does she clean house?
Does she clean house?
What we got going here? Okay, now the other thing, grow what you eat, and the other one that I really saw in this book was location, location, location. I mean, that's what it says.
That's what it says. Yeah.
So you guys are going to get this, and Danny could have wrote this book.
I could have. Matter of fact, it is. I could have written that book. Yeah.
He could have wrote this book because he hasn't even looked at the inside of this book other than when we first got it.
When we first got it, I looked at it and I put it down. I said, "Well, I already know what's in it. I don't need it."
This tells you all kinds of stuff. It is like the absolute best, I guess you'd say, handbook I've seen. So, what are we doing?
Okay. Bruce R said, "I'll trade Abby." Not really. I need Abby. Okay. We done a video here the other day, and you snuck this one in on me.
Uh-oh, I don't even know where he's going now.
You asked a question that I kept looking at the comments, and I'm going, why are they asking that?
Oh, I remember. It was today.
Was it today? Because I kept looking at it, and I'm going, where's these comments coming from? I didn't say that.
But I hadn't went back and looked at those to see who all.
You haven't went back and looked?
No, I forgot. So I can't really do.
Okay.
I know what you're going for, but I don't know who all said something.
But that would be the true way to see who actually really reads the comments.
Yeah.
Or the descriptions.
Yeah, he asked me this. I know where he's going. Today he asked me about why people were commenting on his seed organization skills.
Part 2.
And people were guessing at how many seeds he had.
And I said, I didn't say how many seeds I had.
And you didn't ask any questions.
And I didn't ask no questions.
But I popped this on him because in the in the description, I asked the question, comment below guessing how many seeds Danny has. I really don't know. I couldn't tell you, so I couldn't give an honest answer here. I just have to guess. So that's not going to work.
That's not going to work. So how else are we going to do it? This is a fresh peach off our trees, guys. You see that right there? Where am I at? Here I am. This is fresh peach off our tree. We got peaches. Oh, we got peaches. And them things are so good.
They're awesome.
Yeah,
I cooked some, just boiled them in a touch of light syrup the other day, about, a couple of quarts. And put them in cooled them off, put them in the fridge, and Danny's been eating them for breakfast for a while, but I think he ran out. So pick any number between 1 and 10 million. Okay, let me write a number down. That works for me. Okay. That it? All right, so I wrote a number, and I'm not showing y'all, but I wrote a number. Pins down, not touching. All right, start throwing numbers up there, and then we're going to have to run back, and Two Family, you started this, so
okay, hold on.
You're going to have to do it. I'm holding it up, and I'll flip it around in a minute.
Bonnie, green sweet potatoes comes from the sun. Okay, there were 30.
I don't know.
I can't see the numbers. They're going too fast.
All right. I'm going to flip this around, and Two Family's going to have to hunt this number and all these. She started
Oh,
this.
my word. Lord, there's no way I'll be able to say. I can't do this.
Oh, that was funny.
That was funny. Okay, you might as well show them the number.
Pretty much. All right, Two Family. Here's the number. You find it and all that. And now it's too late. So if they put it up after this, we're going to do something different.
We'll have to do something.
I doubt anybody put 617,432.
Okay.
That was pretty
There we go.
funny.
Stephanie was really close.
Yeah, I see some got really, really close.
Some was really close. So we have Two Families going to have to do that because we're, and it's over.
There's 1,617,433.
That's Cane Creek.
You saw that right quick, didn't you, Cane Creek?
Isn't that amazing how quickly they did that?
I think it's funny.
Oh, man.
All right. So the deal is we got to figure something that we can catch right quick because that was a little out there.
Yeah, that was, I just sprung it on her. I mean, I don't know. I had to do it.
Broussard says, oh, that was the next number that was going to put up.
Oh, how about that? Mama Tried Homestead is 76.5.
765,000. Okay, so we're gonna pretty much just pick something that we know because that's just way out there.
Yeah, that was fun though. That was really fun.
Yeah,
those numbers came in so fast. That screen was just like Cadillacing.
All right, so let's think. What if we?
Luke, the pigs are doing fine because they're in a wet, swampy bottom and they stay down there in the water all day. How many hats does Danny have?
Oh, Lord, Dave, we don't even know that.
I don't even know the answer to that one.
I think I threw a few away because they were getting old. You didn't hear that.
That's horrible.
Close your ears.
They were just getting broke in. Oh, my word.
Okay.
Who was our first stalkers?
Yes. Did anybody know who our first stalkers were?
I don't even know who they were, do I?
Yeah. They kind of drove down the driveway, and we sat there and watched them, and they turned around and went out.
Oh, yeah, I do. Who was our first stalkers? Does anybody here know other than,
other than the person.
Other than anyone who knows who they were?
Yeah.
They threw away the LS tractor hat. Yeah, we did.
We pretty much did.
Along with everything
Doug
else.
and Stacy.
Oh. That was really good.
All right, Christy Betts, I think, and then Two Family. See if it was Christy Betts. I'm not 100% sure, but I go back and look and see if it was Christy Betts. I think she got it. It was Two Family. Daryl and Sherry on the very first gathering we had.
Yeah, the very first gathering we had.
Danny and I were sitting outside. This vehicle pulls up, turns in our driveway, and we're sitting there watching them, and Danny says, oh, we've got company. And then they sit there a couple of seconds, they back up, and they leave. And we go, okay, so we don't have company. And then probably, an hour later, somebody else
drove up
into the driveway.
Turns around
and leaves. I don't remember who the second
Mark.
person. Oh, it was Mark and Jamie.
It was Mark. No, it was just Mark.
Mark by himself. That's right. And so that would be.
We have cameras monitoring our whole place, and
all right, Christy Betts.
And we knew who it was. We just didn't know why they didn't come down.
No, they're saying Springfield Ridge was first. Okay, so Springfield Ridge was the first one. Thank you. Okay, so Springfield Ridge. You're going to be getting the Vegetable Gardener's Handbook. It's a week-by-week handbook. Send me your address, and I will send it to you. Yeah, so Two Family they weren't supposed to be there at the gathering. She had told me she was not even coming. This was in October, a year and a half ago.
Terry, we have 10 acres.
And so we get to the gathering, to the place. We had it at the lake that day, and we have B-Lady and I think Marshall, I can't remember, Marshall Farms maybe was already there.
Yeah, Delane and Tanya were already there.
I'm trying to think. Maybe Mark from Red Duchess Farms
yeah, Mark
was already there.
Mark was there.
There was quite a few people walking around helping us decorate. And Duncan Homestead, Duncan 1900,
yep.
They were helping us decorate.
Paul and Brenda were there helping.
And so all of a sudden, Danny looks up and I'm helping do something and he goes, "What is that?" And there's this huge, it was a rabbit.
A raccoon and a rabbit.
Giant heads, raccoon and rabbit walking down the sidewalk. Okay, it's the day before Halloween, and we knew that the lake was going to have a Halloween party that night, so I thought that's what it was. I just glanced, and I thought they were coming by to invite the kids to that thing that night.
Yeah.
So I turned around and started doing whatever I was doing and didn't pay any attention, and about that time, somebody says, "Hey, it's Sherry." And I turned around and looked, and I still didn't know who it was because they hadn't taken the heads off. And I was looking for Sherry from 7D Farms to be there. And so I'm looking around. I'm going, "Where's Sherry? Where's Sherry?" And about that time, Danny goes, "That's got to be from up north. They're wearing shorts."
It was cold and rainy.
Yeah, and they were in shorts.
They were in short pants. I said, "That's Daryl. If it's anybody in this world, that's Daryl."
And I didn't catch it till Sherry from Two Family actually took the head off before I realized who it was, and I just screamed and ran because she wasn't supposed to be there. She told me she wasn't coming. She lied. And then she stalked us.
Yeah, they were our first stalkers. Yeah, I guess they were the first ones to actually make the stalk. Amanda, somebody's asking, Jennifer's asking the question, where is Amanda? Amanda's visiting with her family. She has lots of family down here. And she's spending some time with them while she's down here. I mean, it's not all about us. It's she's on a journey. And she's down looking at, I think she was looking at travel trailers today and something else.
Yeah.
Some more property.
And do that. And we took her to look at some property yesterday, a couple of places. And so we've got a video coming out Monday, and she's got one coming out Monday. We did simultaneous videos. Yeah. She was in one part of the place, and we were in another. Danny's telling you what he sees going on. Amanda goes by what she thinks. And what we're trying to do is show people that are looking for homesteads, right, the do's and don'ts. Yeah. And so we're just going to be picking random videos, random places to take her. This was actually a foreclosure.
Yeah, this was a foreclosure we took her to, the first one. And then she went to another place right after that. Yeah. And she did that video by herself. We weren't in on that one.
And then today she's going to look at some things.
Yeah, today she's on the coast looking at travel trailers and stuff.
Yeah, Sherry did introduce themselves as Danny and Wanda in Tennessee when we were at the Great Appalachian Homestead Conference. I was videoing everybody in Cracker Barrel. And when I got up to Daryl and Sherry's table, I said, "Hey, introduce yourselves and say something." And they both introduced themselves with a straight face as Danny and Wanda. And I was just cracking up.
Chuck, I said, "Wanda, I'm thinking about canning my potatoes. My question is the texture. What is it like after they've been canned, the russets and the Yukon?" Now, we have not canned any russets or any Yukons. Only thing we've canned has been the red Lesotas. And the texture is perfect. I mean, they taste like fresh. They're not mushy. They're just really good. We fry them into fried potatoes.
Yeah, we do. We use them for a little everything.
Sherry says, "Will Amanda's property be close to you guys?" We don't know. We don't know where Amanda's going to go. We don't know what she's going to do.
Okay, there she is. She said Sunshine did love the house, but you just had to check the video on Monday. Yeah. Hey, Jennifer.
Yeah, check out the video on Monday. Go over to Freedom Acres and watch her video. And watch us.
I haven't got it edited yet.
They'll be up simultaneously if Miss Wanda gets busy and gets them edited. And that way we'll...
I've been a little busy today. It's been hot, and I'm hot. We had the air conditioner. We
had to break down and buy an air conditioner to put in our studio room just so we could keep it cool enough to stay in here because of the heat we're having. So the AC's off so we can do this program.
And it's hot. The potatoes, if they're your potatoes and you just dug them, within the first 2 weeks, I can potatoes with the skins on them. But after 2 weeks, we peel our potatoes and can them because the potato skins get tough after a couple of weeks. So, and I peel all potatoes if I buy them. We don't buy in canned potatoes, but if I was going to buy potatoes, I would definitely take some off.
Deep South, I've not harvested any rattlesnake beans. They got up to a certain point. The deer and the rabbits ate them all off, and they're having to regrow, so we don't have any yet.
They're blooming.
Bullfrog Swamp, I do believe it's possible this year, with the way we're starting out, the hurricane season may be bad.
How do we like the property, Jen? We're going to have a video Monday.
Got a video coming up Monday. Us and Amanda.
Yeah.
Try the Missouri Ozarks. Everybody's going to the Missouri Ozarks, Baker Mom. We don't want to be up there with everybody else.
That's almost the deal.
If you ask anybody where they're going, they go, "Oh, we're going to the Missouri Ozarks."
It's going to get full after a while.
I mean, our neighbor, a friend of mine, just bought a cabin in the Missouri Ozarks from way down here. Just a cabin.
What are we keeping our thermostat at? What is it at in there?
Our thermostat stays at about 76.
Yeah. I mean, it feels hot when you've been in the house for a while.
There's really no AC in this room. We hadn't run the ductwork in here yet. It's just a separate room in the house. There's no AC ran in here. So
we put a little air conditioner, and we had it really cool a while ago. But since we've been sitting here with the door shut, I guess we could have left the door open. I don't even know why we had
we're going to leave it open.
Yeah. We had it really cool in here. But with the room shut up and two of us in here, it's not a very big room. It gets warm.
Yeah.
And since I'm using this as an office right now, this was the full intent was for me to be able to edit in this room and everything. So we finally getting it geared that way. It's been a long time coming, but we're starting to get organized and getting little things done.
Baker Mom says, "Oh, come on, Danny. You can get to have me as a neighbor. The Missouri Ozarks are huge. You could be anywhere. Kevin and Sarah's up there somewhere. I mean, everybody's up there."
Yeah. Yeah, and y'all remember to pray for Kevin and Sarah. Their oldest daughter was in a severe accident yesterday. She is doing okay. I messaged with, I don't know if I was Sarah or Kevin. One of them messaged me anyway earlier and said she is doing okay. They will have a video up in a couple of days, but they took today off and just taking care of Grace.
Okay, somebody asked, how long do we cure our onions? We cure them about a week, and then we do whatever we're going to do with them then. Beth had a question. I missed that. Everything is rolling so fast.
Yeah, it's going crazy.
Let me go back and find what Beth had said. Okay, Wanda, we were able to barter pig for grass-fed beef. Wow, that's pretty nice.
That's good.
Deep South said they had the same problem. Deer browse theirs down too. But they still got a bucket of them, though.
Ours is blooming. They're our rattlesnake beans.
Donna says, been on the cool side up in Indiana.
Yeah.
Right Wing said that they have a permanent shade cloth over their garden.
Yeah, I saw another guy put up in our group how he did the shade cloth across there. And that's something Danny and I have been talking about on his peppers if it gets too hot. Because his peppers are still doing really, really well, and we don't want to lose them. And Charles asked, does she clean fish? And I'm not sure what he's talking about. Me, I don't clean fish.
Wanda don't clean nothing.
No. I'm not one that does that kind of... I will help with it after it's cleaned. I don't do the gutting thing.
Amanda says the kitchen heats up really quick after 4 cannings. Amanda did 4 cannings of potatoes the other day in one day.
2 days ago, yeah.
2 days ago she done that. Plus she did other things. She chopped up onions and peppers and all kinds of stuff.
I just finished the dehydrator. We've had peppers and onions in the dehydrator. We've had, what did I do? A few tomatoes. We've had a few peaches. I mean, we're still doing a lot of little things along with the massive big things that we're trying to get finished up.
Jennifer said I'm not allowed to move that far away.
I kind of agree.
Well,
I don't want to be in the mountains when everybody goes running to the mountains. I'd rather be somewhere else.
It's one of those things that...
I kind of like where I'm at right now.
Well, most people leave us alone right here.
Well, we have an occasional barking dog, but it's kind of calmed down some.
It's calmed down some, but they still are annoying as well. I can't use that kind of language. This is a family-friendly program.
It was annoying for a little while this morning.
It was very annoying this morning.
It got better, so we have it, I guess, in spells.
Yeah, okay.
There are lots of wide open spaces in the Missouri. Okay, you ran it back. Okay. All right.
I don't see the two of you moving, period.
I don't see him doing much more than staying put most of the time.
Yes, Kentucky Home, you can hang garlic in the garage to cure. It doesn't matter. I put mine in the greenhouse and it literally baked it at 150 degrees for like a week, and it done fine.
Yeah.
Sherry says, Jennifer, you can come with them.
If we are to have the same weather next year, what do you plan on doing differently
from this year? Our gardening techniques next year is going to be completely different if we can financially afford to do the changes that we need to do. We're not doing much more planting this year. We've planted a few more things. We're basically going to just start getting everything ready for next year.
All right, Lotus, we live in Mississippi. We are 30 miles from the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. I mean, hot, humid, and sandy. It's almost like living on a beach out here.
Like to live on a beach, yeah. Moving to the off-grid cabin.
Says, I'll take care of those dogs for a small fee.
Oh.
Yeah, well, we've got the off-grid cabin going, and y'all, it's really, really hot. And even though we say it's going to be off-grid, it is going to have solar if there's any way, shape, or form we can do it. And we are going to have air conditioning. It may not be the
commercial type.
Yeah, but it will be some type of air conditioning to cool off.
We're noticing really quick. We got some videos coming up about this.
We're going to start our cabin videos here on Deep South, and the first one we're going to be talking about all this.
We're going to be doing a video series on the cabin and about the off-grid life, because Wanda and I have done it enough now that we're quickly realizing what it's going to take for us to live off-grid in the Deep South here, and we're realizing what changes we're having to make. Because the other night when we stayed over there, the night we showed you that the daytime temps was 125 heat index, Wanda and I spent that night in the cabin off-grid, no electricity, no air conditioning or nothing.
Aren't we gluttons for punishment?
Well, was we? We was, whoo!
But it really wasn't.
We actually managed. It really wasn't as bad as we thought once we figured out a little technique.
Yeah.
You know.
And we have a little mini generator that won't pull very much, and it doesn't last very long. But I also have a small fan, and so we put that fan in the window, and it pulls the night air. We started about it was probably 8 o'clock.
Started about 8 o'clock. We put the fan.
Around 8, we put it in the window, and we didn't go over there till nearly 8. It was right at 8. We sat out on the porch, and it was hot. We were just sweating, and we're looking at each other, going, "Are we crazy or what?" You know. And we said we might need to go back and just get under air conditioning, and we kept sitting there for a little while, and the breeze came through just a little bit, and we had our funeral home, well, it ain't a funeral home fan, it's a fancy lady church fan that Gemini sent us, and we fanned and we just worked through it, and when we went inside, it had cooled off enough from the outside pulling through that window that it actually was nice all night long.
Yeah, no, we don't plant fall tomatoes, I saw somebody asking that. The solar system, we're looking at a complete system right now. We're not sure which one, because we're wanting to put a well in, and we want it to be solar. We are wanting to run the whole cabin off the solar. I'm going to probably have to have about 150 amps to be able to run it like I want. So I'm having to design the solar system around the amperage that I need.
Right, Wing, you are absolutely right. Most people would not be in the South if they could not have air conditioning. And so the air conditioning is something that Danny and I try every year to try not to turn the air conditioner on until we absolutely have to. And as soon as we can turn it off, we do. Because the only time we really want to keep the air conditioner going is midsummer. So, and that's the only reason this area wasn't settled. Just one of the reasons it wasn't settled to start with was the humidity, the mosquitoes,
it's bad.
All that kind of stuff.
It's really bad. The geothermal underground doesn't work here.
It's not cool underground.
My cellar is, the top of my cellar is 3 feet underground, and it stays about 80 degrees in the cellar.
Yeah, it's
so
warm
I mean, it doesn't.
In the cellar.
When you have your air pipes coming in, it pulls the humidity and the heat in, and it just, you know, it just gets too hot. Do we still need to plan on greenhouse growing? Yes, but you need to plan on high tunnel. Is what you need. You need a high tunnel. You don't need a greenhouse.
Have the area.
If you've got an area, you need a high tunnel.
Now, we don't really have flat land, is why we've not looked into the high tunnels. Danny would have to bulldoze down a flat surface to put a high tunnel on.
Yeah. Beth says, Danny, what is the website for NASA? It's just NASA. I mean, there is no particular.
I don't know. I've not looked it up, so I'd have to.
I just already have it downloaded on the internet in there, and I just go to it.
20 feet down. How deep is our cellar?
The bottom of our cellar is.
It's 3 feet
the
under.
The bottom of our cellar is right at 11 to 12 foot deep at the bottom.
Yeah, and the top of it's 3 feet.
The top of it's 3 feet underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, John said that I would have to use a mini split, and I probably will if I go that route. Yeah. Now, we do have a different type of air conditioning system that Wanda and I have here that we plan on trying.
Yeah, we're going to try it.
It's an air conditioner and a heater together. It's a unit system that we have. We're actually, it's not a window unit. It's one that goes in the house, and we're actually thinking about trying to use it.
Yeah, we're going to play with it with the generator and see how well it works before we actually decide how.
Maddie Girl,
what percentage
we're about 85 to 90% right now. We're still
meat.
Except meat is one of our biggest deals.
And dairy.
And
we're not big dairy.
We're not big dairy people. Dairy causes a lot of inflammation in the body, so we kind of stay away from as much dairy as we can.
All right, it's called NASA.gov. NASA.gov. What changes do you feel we're going to have to make
for the years to come? Beth, I think we're going to make changes in gardening techniques, ways that we're going to be using electricity, because I do believe in the future that it's possible we could have brownouts due to the, like right now, the excessive heat. I think we're going to do more storage of food because of the shortages of food, and the people who have animals are going to have to do more free ranging because of the price of feed if you're going to keep your animals.
Yeah, I asked to see Ministries on here, and Tori, would you put up the before and after prices in your town of chicken feed? Because she messaged us the other day, and I like to fill out. I like to fill out at her before what she's paying for chicken feed, but what she's paying with last week, I believe, just really, really floored me, and I can't remember the differences. So if she's still on here, Tori, could you put that up, the before and after on chicken feed? Because it was really like a huge, almost double just about what she was paying for it.
Higgs Rock Farm says, have we ever grown food indoors? I guess the closest thing we've ever done to growing food indoors is in the greenhouse. I mean,
yeah, we grew a lot in our greenhouse.
We grew a lot in it, but as far as doing under grow lights inside a house, no, because we don't have the room to do it. Okay,
Tori said she paid $21 for her chicken feed before.
50-pound bag of chicken feed was $21.
It ain't 50-pound, is it?
Well, that's what most chicken feed comes in, a 50-pound bag.
I don't know. I don't know what size bag, but it's $45 after. That is double, guys. And that was like in just the last month, it doubled. It didn't just go up, it doubled. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And she is in California, if you want to know where she's at.
Well, lots of people are wanting to grow
25 pounds.
25. Whoa!
You see what I'm saying?
Good Lord.
We only pay.
That's some expensive eggs and chickens there.
Yeah, because we only pay what? Less than $16 for.
We pay $16 for a 50-pound bag of 22%.
And that's 22%. So I'm thinking, whoa.
Amanda's right about the community. Community is going to be key to everything. Wanda and I are quickly realizing that as two people, we're probably it would be tough for us to make it in the future. I mean, we're just coming, quickly to that realization, especially with our age.
Can you make chicken feed?
Yes, if you know how to mix your feed to keep the protein proper, you can do it, but it's still going to be expensive because you're going to be using sunflower seeds and grains and stuff like that. And you've got to know chickens need calcium. I mean, they need all these things that have to be added into the feed. So you have to really know your feed to be able to do it and do it right.
What are your thoughts on vacuum sealed water? Will it keep long term? Danny likes to dehydrate his. He'd just soon dehydrate.
Oh, dehydrated water is the way to go.
I would say you just dehydrate and be done with it.
Well, we've done so much of it till.
I mean, I'm running out of space on the dehydrated water.
All those jars sitting up there, people keep wanting to get them because they think they're empty. And I told
Amanda's canning in them. She just dumped a lot of your dehydrated water.
I know it. This past week, Amanda went through about 40 jars of mine, dehydrated water. And I was upset for a few minutes, but I realized she didn't know,
She didn't know we had dehydrated all that water. All that time wasted dehydrating that water.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I've never heard of vacuum sealing water, so I really don't know.
No.
So everybody's saying that most of them anywhere from $10 to $20 for feed, so it's not too bad.
Sherry wants to know how many views on the dehydrated water. I honestly do not know.
I don't know. I haven't even looked to see how many views we've gotten on dehydrated water. It is really crazy. Old Sal says they use cottonseed meal to boost protein with their chickens.
Well, I used to use cottonseed meal till I realized that whatever thing's been sprayed on the cotton, so I just quit using it. I used to use it in my gardens as a nitrogen fixer.
Lake Effect said the gasoline prices went up over 50 cents a gallon 2 days ago. So that's another thing that's fixing to go up is the gasoline.
Yeah, gas is going to go up definitely.
Yeah, right-wing clean drinking water is going to be an issue, especially if you live in an area where you're on municipal water. That's going to be a problem. I guess 21,000 views on dehydrated water.
21,000. Wow, I didn't even know. I hadn't paid any attention.
We still get comments off and on all the time on it, so it's really kind of funny. Yeah, if you haven't already watched Danny's dehydrated water video, so if Two Family or Amanda can throw up the link, you guys want to laugh, you have to go watch. Danny did that whole video without cracking a smile. He, from start to finish, did not do one take. I mean, it was only one take.
It was only one take. I didn't do no editing, nothing.
No editing. All I had to do is throw it up. He walked through it, bam, 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 bam. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
How do you cure onions? I freeze some, and then we dehydrated them.
Cure them.
Oh, cure them? Oh,
you let them lay out of the weather where they don't get wet for about a week or two. A week. We leave ours about a week. Robert says in Northern California, 50 pounds is about $11 of a scratch. Now that's scratch.
All right, with the straight face, it was great. Yeah, he did it. I was trying not to laugh, and everybody says, "How did I do this with the camera and not laugh?" It was hard to sit there with that camera and not say a word and not laugh at him because he was so deadpan serious the whole time.
Jennifer, once that cotton comes up, just fertilize it, and that's all you got to do to it. Cotton loves heat, and it don't like a lot of water.
Is Annabeth growing my cotton?
She said she had like 5 seeds up or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hadn't even planted any this year. It got so hot last month when I should have planted it till I didn't even try.
Everything's going to go up, guys. Food, water, everything.
Yeah, organic.
There's Mimsy. Mimsy popped in here.
Hey, Mimsy. And flip-flops and the homegrown variety show and auto salvage outlaws. I see a lot of people. Sherry Pappin put up the canning dehydrated water video. So if y'all want to watch it, you can click on that and put it in hold till after a while if you want to. Cotton grows good in the South. Yes. I've grown it every year for the last few years, and I love it. It's like one of the most pretty plants when it starts blooming. But I don't grow a lot of it, but I've got some, and I just didn't get any planted this year. we've been concentrating on the cabin this time for a good bit, and now it's canning, and we're getting back to the cabin.
Yeah, flip-flops, animal feed is fixing to go through the roof. I mean, literally, it's going to go through the roof.
All right, I am studying and practicing making herbal remedies. Wanda, do you do any of that? I studied herbs 20 years ago, 25 years ago. I became an herbologist, studying in that, and then I became a natural health consultant, and I've kind of got out of it over the years. I still do my herbs, I still have my books, and I still keep up with it, but I don't help people do that except with the essential oils. Now we're into essential oils. So if anybody's interested, you can contact me through deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com, and we'll talk about essential oils now.
Why do they were asking the question? Max Happy Homestead says, "Why do you grow cotton?"
Why do I grow cotton? My grandpa was a cotton farmer. He worked on not a plantation. What'd they call it?
Sharecropper.
Sharecropper. My grandfather was a sharecropper, and he oversaw all the cotton fields. And so I have a picture of him, and someday I'll get it out and post it somewhere like on Facebook of him standing with the horses and some of the guys that helped him, or not horses, mules, some of them that helped him. And it talked about the cotton in that newspaper article. And so when somebody sent me cotton a few years ago, I just started growing it because my grandpa did. It was just kind of a fun thing, and I just hang on to it, and I send people seeds, and sometimes I even sell seeds. So it's just a fun thing.
Papa's Truck said they have tons of peanuts and cotton fields where they live at.
Yeah. Okay, Danny wants to show y'all something.
I'm going to show y'all something a subscriber sent us this week.
Tubular
9 guy.
Tubular guy.
Tubular guy 9. Guys, y'all see this? This is a... I know I'm getting a reflection on. There we go. This is done with a computer program. He said he didn't have to go to work that day. He had some time. It was raining, and he sat down on the computer and actually created this picture. It looks like a pencil drawing, but it's done with a computer program. And I'm telling you, we love this picture. He did a fantastic job. It's something that we can cherish and keep here.
Probably add it to the cabin.
It'll probably go in the cabin.
Yeah.
More than likely. It was very thoughtful, and we want to say thank you.
Thank you, Tubular Guy 9.
Yeah.
Hello, North Star. And Brenda Duncan. She finally popped in, I guess. I was talking about her earlier. She'll just have to go back and watch.
She'll just have to go back and watch the beginning of it. We can't go back and talk about her again.
I know, that would be rude.
That would be rude, wouldn't it?
We can't talk about you, Brenda. Go back and watch the rest of it.
Yeah.
That's bad.
But yeah, that was very thoughtful of him. He did a really good job. We really appreciate people when they do something generous for us like that.
Yes.
Do you sell the cotton bulbs?
Well,
it's organic cotton.
Yes, because I grew it. There's nothing wrong with it.
And it's an heirloom.
What I usually do is I pull the cotton out of the stalk.
The bowl. It's called a bowl.
Well, I pull the cotton out.
You pull the cotton out of the bowl.
Out of the bowl.
Yeah, it's called a bowl.
I pull it out, leave the seeds in the cotton, and I send it out. If I sell some, I send it out like that. I thought the first time I started pulling the seeds out of the cotton, and then I was just sending the seeds to people. That's a pain in the butt to do. Just saying. Anybody that's ever bought cotton from me knows it's hard to do. Your fingers hurt. You can't pull them seeds out of that cotton very well. I feel for anybody that's done it in any time in the past. So I send you the cotton with the seeds in them, and you pull your own seeds out and plant them. I'm not going to sit around and pull seeds out of cotton.
Grampy Campy says, do you have mullein essential oil, Wanda or Amanda?
Mullein. I don't remember having mullein. Now, I grow some mullein here, but I've not got the oil. There's some oils they do not carry, like garlic, and I don't know about mullein. I can't remember. I've got a book over there. I don't remember mullein because I don't have any, I don't think.
Max Happy Homestead says, do you sell your cotton, or where do you get it? You do sell some of your
I
cotton.
have sold some, and I'll have to see how much I've got. And if
But
I
you've got
want,
brown cotton left, I know.
I've got some. I had green cotton, brown cotton, and some white cotton.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'd have to just see, and if I do, I will put some on Etsy, but it usually is limited.
Yeah.
Hey, Wildcat Hollow, have you made it to the United States yet? I have not got to watch any of your videos. I saw there was 2 or 3 of them that I liked the thumbnails, and we've been so busy this week, I hadn't got a chance to see where you're at. Mullen's best is dry leaves. I agree. When I was studying herbs, I had mullein everywhere, and we would take and dry it, and I stored it, and mullein opens your passages, your lungs. You can use it in quite a few as a tea. If you have like a cold, a cough, pneumonia, anything like that, mullein is an excellent tea. I'd keep it dried.
Gina says they would give them some tobacco seeds, and she loves the way the plants look. Now, they'll get to be big, Gina.
I wanted to plant some of ours, too. We have seeds, and I did not. That's something else I didn't get planted this year. Next year is going to be I'm going to find me a little spot in my cabin garden and do all this stuff.
Yeah. Amanda may not be still on here. People's talking.
It is actually illegal to grow cotton in many states due to potentially spreading boll weevil infestation.
Yeah, it used to be that way in Mississippi, but they've lifted it.
Yeah, I looked at the thing. It's still Mississippi. The way it's worded, if it's a major state that grows cotton commercially, then you're not supposed to grow cotton. And Mississippi is one of those states, but they don't care right now. As long as I'm not growing a field of it, I only grew like 15 plants. I mean, mine wasn't very much. Now, I couldn't grow a field of it. They probably would have something to say.
Jennifer wants to know how you know if it's mullein for sure.
You have to know what the plant looks like. And I just happened to, for many, many years, I've known it for 25 years what mullein looked like. I don't know if you sent me a picture of it. Mullein is really soft. It's called nature's toilet paper. When you feel of it, it's got this soft feel to it. It's soft,
but it's almost like a
velvety
texture, like a velvet texture.
And the leaves are big. I mean, like big leaves. But just, you better know it is mullein before you use it as toilet paper, just saying.
Yeah, you better know.
You don't want to use the wrong plant, and so you have a rash. Mullein will not break out, but mullein was used as nature's toilet paper many, many years ago.
Mountain Creek Homestead says, Danny, do you think Trump will get reelected? Yes, I do. It's already been pre-planned. I'm pretty sure it'll happen.
We do have lemongrass. Yes, we do have lemongrass oil.
Yes.
And I also have lemongrass, and maybe later in the year I will sell some more lemongrass starts. But yeah, they were asked about oils, I think. But we do have lemongrass oil. Let's see. The stalk on the mullein, it's a 2-year plant. The first year it does not put on a bloom, but the second year mullein will throw a big tall stalk up about 2 feet tall or something, and the seeds are little bitty like mustard seeds, tiny, tiny seeds.
I do agree with you, S. Beverly. I'm surprised that someone else actually thinks that.
Lemongrass rubbed on your skin will keep mosquitoes away. Yes, I have a whole bunch of lemongrass, and it is really, really good.
Yeah.
Plus, I have the oil. The oil is my backup.
Keeping it real is actually right. It does feel a lot like lemon. I mean, like a lamb's ear.
Yes, that's what it feels like. Only it's a lot bigger than lamb's ear, and it makes a huge plant.
Yeah, and Jan's right. First year is always your most potent year.
Yeah. And the second year mullein dies, and then the seeds fall, and it comes back the next year as new plants. I don't think you'll keep a mullein plant for years, if I'm correct.
The seeds on it's what's gosh, so much stuff about herbs. I'm trying to remember. The seeds on it's what's toxic, right?
I don't remember it being toxic, but I just know I collected them to replant. I didn't.
Yeah, I think the seeds are toxic. Maybe just toxic to aquatic
Grandma
stuff.
Rose may know, is the seeds of mullein
Seems like they were toxic for
for something.
It's like walnut holes when you go fishing. You put the walnut holes in a croaker sack and all the fish come to the top. It seems like there was something about mullein.
What herb book would you recommend? There are quite a few of them out there. I may have to go get them to look because I cannot tell you the names. Let me go look and I'll bring a couple that I have.
Making lemonade from lemons says, nothing keeps mosquitoes away from me. They love my blood. People who have a problem with mosquitoes bite them are usually low in vitamin B1. Usually B1 is the #1 that you're low in, but you're probably low in some of the other B complex vitamins also. That's usually the first sign of people who are easily bitten by chiggers and mosquitoes, any kind of flying bugs that bite you. Usually your B vitamins are lacking in your body. North Star Prep Center said, I think mullein paralyzes fish. It's illegal to fish with them that way. Yes, that's what I was thinking. I think that it is. And S. Federley is right. If you eat garlic, your body gives off, and most people don't like it because they go, oh, I don't like the garlic scent when I sweat. But you can ask Amanda when she's been here. I sit out. Mosquitoes hardly ever mess with me. And Wanda will tell you the same thing. Bugs hardly ever bother me.
Yeah. Okay, so one of the things, if you're wanting a lot of information health-wise, this book is an older one, Prescription for Natural Healing. This one is one that has a lot of information. I recommend this one to anybody that ever wants to learn anything about herbs. Is this one right here. Prescription for Nutritional Healing. I'll get it right.
Nutritional healing, yeah.
Yes. Okay, the next one, this one, if you're wanting let's see, it's got pictures, colored pictures, all kinds of stuff in it, and then lots of information. This one is called the New-Age Herbalist. It's probably the only book I found that has a lot of good pictures that show the herbs like that, like I really want them to look. So I like this one. And then Amy Fuel sent me the Homesteader's Herbal Companion from Fuel Homestead. She did this one a year and a half or so ago. This one has a lot of good information. She put some good pictures in here. She takes her own pictures and things like that. This one for homesteaders is really a really good book, and it's done by Amy Fuel. So that's 3 of them that I would recommend if you are interested in herb books. A picture book you can read. Yeah. If you go get any herb book with pictures, lots of times, like we live in South Mississippi.
Yeah.
It will show what dandelions look like in Missouri. Okay, in Missouri and here, the dandelions don't all look the same. And it probably doesn't look the same on the East Coast as it does the West Coast, because there's so many varieties. And so what they put in the book is one variety, not all of them. And so it's hard to find something that shows South Mississippi stuff. Wildcat wants to know, does it come with a coloring book? I could probably find you a coloring book.
Hang on, I got to answer a question here. Tanya says, what did they use for pectin before it became a commercial product? Green apples.
Yeah. Lots of times.
Green apples and, well, peelings off of fruit peelings.
Yeah, the peelings, they used everything.
They used everything, but usually it was green apples.
Yeah. Yeah, that's usually what's good homemade shampoo recipe. I don't have a shampoo recipe.
We don't have a homemade shampoo recipe.
I don't make most homemade products like that. Probably should. I have an essential oils book that tells all those that I could add my oils to. But I don't have time right now to do what I need to do, so those little things go by the wayside right now.
Yeah.
I just pick it up at the store.
Okay, we're after 9 o'clock.
Yes, and we're tired.
I still got to go to the cabin.
I know.
I'm not looking forward to driving all the way over there and back. But
it's all the way over there. How far is the cabin?
Well, that's the way I have to go around. The way I have to go around is probably a 1/4 of a mile, but the way straight across as the crow flies is about 200 yards.
Yeah, so the cabin is not like way off.
Let's see here. Okay, we're going to get off of
Can we
here
show the
pretty
first
quick.
book? Hold on. Let me show
Yeah,
you.
you can show them the first book again.
It's Prescription for Nutritional Healing. And it's by B-A-C-H, I think. Wait, let me look. B-A-L-C-H. I have my finger over it.
James Belk.
B-A-L-C-H.
James and Phyllis.
Yes. And you can get these in different years because this one is probably 25 years old. I know they've upgraded it some. It still has the same information, but they do modernize it ever so often.
Oh, man.
So that's it.
Yep, we got to jump off of here.
All right, so
I
we
still
want
got to
to
go to the cabin.
put up prayer request right quick. Remember Kevin and Sarah's daughter Grace. Somebody else popped into my mind earlier. Danny's friend Harry Pico.
I have a friend who's a Navy SEAL. Yeah, he's
we want to remember him.
He's got lung and brain cancer.
We want to remember Nikki Stanley.
Yeah.
Trying to think who all we've talked to lately. That remember Danny's dad. We went to see him last weekend. Yeah. I know people have asked. Tori had surgery on, I think it was a knee or something. I forgot, but she had surgery a week or so
Denise
ago.
has got surgery.
Denise has got. That's Gemini Homestead has surgery coming up. We want to remember her.
Yeah.
I can't remember now if there's anybody else, but I mean.
Bruce R. said, pray for Chris's
it was
dad,
her knee.
single dad homesteading.
Yeah, single dad homesteading.
Baker's mom, somebody with a child.
Where's the super chat feature? We don't usually put the super chat.
That.
I almost did it today because we were going to the 10 million mark. I started to put it up, but Danny and I have just been kind of not doing the super chat. Maybe in the future we will throw it up.
Well, we have PayPal. If somebody wants to do something, just send it through PayPal.
But we do have PayPal. We do have Patreon. If you want to help support us, people go over to Patreon and go over there. And we do have a P.O. box and all this stuff. So there are ways to support us, but maybe in the future we might think about it. I don't know.
Brian says his wife has advanced Parkinson's. Okay.
The P.O. box is in the description. It's P.O. Box 462, Wiggins, Mississippi, 39577.
Yeah.
I've moved so many times I forget.
Yeah. And Two Family just put up our
PayPal account.
PayPal account.
Yes.
But do use the friends and family version, yes, because if you don't, they charge you.
Yeah, they do. Pray for two cousins.
They only have a few months given to live, both with cancer.
Yeah.
Lots of health issues, Stringfield said, for their mother. Okay.
So we're going to be...
My daughter says I have to have surgery on my colon in the near future.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Okay.
My mom and Sosher. And just keep us in your prayers.
Our prayers for our country, our food supply, the farmers of this country, everybody. So
there's Albany Mountain.
Yeah, she popped in a while ago.
Charlotte's Rub-a-Dub.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go to the Lord in prayer, but we can all go ahead and get our chores done for the rest of the night.
And go to bed.
And then go to bed. Father, we're so thankful that you've been good to us tonight. Lord, it's always a pleasure and a blessing to be able to meet with you, along with our friends here on our YouTube channel, Lord. It's always a blessing to be able to thank you for all that you've done for us and that you're going to do for us. We know that you don't do things because you have to. You do things because you just love us, Father. And Lord, we have many tonight with cancer. We're going to ask that you be with them, Lord, that you give them grace to deal with what they're going through. Give them victory over the disease. Give them healing, Lord. Take care of the caregivers, Father. I've been a caregiver to a cancer patient, and Father, sometimes the caregivers are the ones that are forgotten about many times. And Father, I just ask that you be with the ones who have loved ones who are having problems. Some of them are wives or grandchildren, grandparents, mothers, fathers, Lord, wives, husbands. Lots of them are having physical problems, Father, that need healing. The mention of Parkinson's disease on one, Lord, I pray for them that in the advanced stages that they can get some relief, and Lord, that we, I mean, the ultimate is we just ask for healing. But if not, give grace that they might be able to deal with the problems that they have now. And Father, we pray for financial blessings for those who need it. There are those out there that really are searching for homesteads and for their permanent place in life. We want to pray for them and ask that you open doors for them, Lord, and grant them the ability to walk through those doors now. And Father, we pray for our country, the obstacles that we're facing, the war with Iran. It looks like it's coming up in the near future if things don't, change. And Father, then we're looking at food prices, the lack of food coming in the future. We're just praying that if some way, Father, you might see to turn the tide in this country. But if not, then we ask that your grace be here to take care of everyone that's in this chat and their families, Lord. Give us the ability and the wisdom and the knowledge to know what to do and how to do it. And Father, we just need some break from the heat in the south. We ask that you allow us some cool air to come down in here, Father. And for those that are up north where it's too cool, may they have some warmer temperatures, Father, so that they can get their crops in. And places where it's raining too much, can maybe the rain could stop and the grounds could dry where they could get to plant their gardens or tend to their gardens now. And Lord, just forgive us where we failed you and where we failed others. And Father, place a stay on this country for just a little while longer to allow us to become better prepared to face the uncertain days that lie ahead for us now. And go with us, help us to rest comfortable throughout this night. We ask these things in thy name. Amen.
And guys, we want to thank you guys so much for helping us reach 10 million views. And Stringfield Ridge, send me your address at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com so I can send it. I probably have it somewhere, but that would be great if you send it to me. Jen, message me tomorrow. That way we've got it. We'll send this out this week. What else? Oh, we've got several videos coming up.
A lot of videos.
Check out Monday's video where we're starting to talk about what to look for and what not to look for when you're looking at property. And check out Amanda at Freedom Acres, 'cause her take on it as somebody looking for property.
Yeah.
And then on Crazy Days, and for y'all that don't know, Crazy Days is my channel. I do have my own channel, and it's CrazyDazes. And I'm going to have this brownie recipe that I was eating up over there sometime this week. And then I'm going to start working on the videos for when the pricing on when we went to the U-Picket. Was it worth it or not? Price-wise, finding out and comparing. I've just got to do a little things on that. And Deep South will have his own porch time maybe and things like that going on.
And y'all remember the Broussards? They have the Homesteaders upcoming Bayou Bash Steadfest in Lake Charles, Louisiana. If any of y'all are close to that and want to attend, I'm sure they would appreciate it.
I think it's the 6th of July.
Yeah, the 6th of July.
I think it's the 6th of July. And
and thank all you moderators for popping on here and being so generous tonight and watching out after us and taking care of anything that might pop up. That's always a blessing. We really appreciate y'all from the depths of our heart.
Yes, and thank you, Sherry, for showing me when actually we hit the 10 million mark. That was great because I had
we knew we were close.
I had posted it on Facebook for my moderators to keep me posted, so I think that's really great. And if you're interested in the Bayou Bash, message Broussard Homestead. All right, guys.
We will see y'all in the next video.